Hello, good morning everyone and welcome to Weekend Sunrise. It's going to be a massive day today. Of course, guys, the Socceroos opening World Cup match. And how's this? Our very own Katie Brown, she's right there in Vancouver. She's got all the fans around her. Kebab and schnitzel there on the right as well. She's going to be meeting all the super fans there.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I don't know what is happening there. She's found a little mate there. He's got a foot in each camp. So plenty happening today.
Very busy in Vancouver. There are watch parties happening right across the country in Australia too. The game begins at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you wanted to know, World Cup fever has taken over and we'll have all the action this morning.
But we begin this morning with Sydney's eastern beaches closed to swimmers as a woman fights for life after a shark attack in Coogee. The 35-year-old was swimming between the flags yesterday when she was mauled. Let's go live to Rex Quayle at Coogee Beach this morning. Good morning to you, Rex. It was an extraordinary attack.
Hello everyone, it is an eerie morning here at Coogee Beach. A patch of sand behind me that should be populated at this time in the morning by early morning swimmers is completely quiet and empty due to yesterday's horrific shark attack. But similar scenes up and down the eastern suburbs coastline. Randwick and Waverley councils have closed their beaches due to fears of another attack occurring. That includes Bronte, Bondi, Tamarama, Maroubra. Those places will not have swimmers there today. Now, the latest update that we have on the victim is that she is still in hospital fighting for life after those traumatic scenes for people here on the beach and in the water. She was only able to be treated as best she could due to those heroic actions. We will be speaking to one of those people that treated her at 8:30 on the half hour, but since last September, this is the 7th run-in that a New South Wales resident has had with a shark. 3 of those incidents have been fatal, so you can expect that calls will grow louder for increased shark safety measures. Things like a controversial shark culling program, which isn't that easy to do and has a lot of negatives and downsides to it. Things like that will start to grow in prominence in the national debate as fears of another shark attack grow for Sydney residents and beachgoers here. We'll have more on that throughout the show.
Yep, highly unusual circumstances that have led to this attack. That's what experts have been telling us, and we'll be speaking to an expert later this morning as well as that hero lifesaver. Rex Quayle, thank you. Here's Mon.
David, thank you. US President Donald Trump says that a deal to end the war with Iran will be signed tomorrow. He says when the agreement is done, the Strait of Hormuz will open for all. Live to Rob Scott in Los Angeles. Rob, can we believe it?
Well, hard to know exactly, Mon. Donald Trump is supremely confident that this signing will happen tomorrow because if it does, it's going to coincide not only with his 80th birthday, but also with this huge UFC event he has planned for the grounds of the White House. But Iran's Revolutionary Guard says the framework for this deal still hasn't been finalised and nothing is going to be signed tomorrow. And in terms of what's in the deal, both sides are offering conflicting reports. But Donald Trump today did provide us some insights. He posted on his Truth Social account that this will be a wall to no nuclear weapon for Iran, that immediately after it is signed, the Strait of Hormuz will be open to all, he says. He also says that no money is going to exchange hands at all. And when it is calm, he says that the US will go in, it will seize the nuclear dust, as he calls it, downblend it, and then destroy it. As I say, Iran hasn't agreed to any of that at this stage. In the past, we were told that this wouldn't be an end to the war. It's more like a memorandum of understanding. And as a result, the ceasefire would be extended for 60 days. During which time both sides would then enter into the serious negotiations around how to end Iran's nuclear program and potential sanctions relief. So we might be closer to a deal, but still not entirely finalised as of yet, guys.
Yeah, but the whole war was meant to be about the ending to the nuclear program, and it seems that now we just want the Strait open, which we had before the war.
And that blockade lifted as well.
Yeah, all right, Rob, thank you. Well, here with the rest of today's top stories, Sal.
Good morning. Australia's fuel suppliers are reportedly preparing for another wave of panic buying from customers ahead of big price rises. The federal government says it'll reinstate the fuel excise from July 1, which will add at least 32 cents a litre to the cost of fuel. The tax was halved at the start of the Iran war as fuel prices hit record highs.
The intention has been for it to come off at the end of the month, and that remains the plan.
The minister says Australia's petrol, diesel and jet fuel stocks are all up on last week, with petrol stockpiles now sitting at 45 days. A Sydney mother is coming to terms with the death of her husband and only child. Their bodies were pulled from a bay in Sydney's inner west yesterday after they earlier had set off in a small rental boat. The man's friends had called police, raising concerns for the welfare of him and his daughter. Police are still investigating the circumstances of their deaths. A search is underway on the Gold Coast for a man wanted over a suspected road rage incident at a drive-through restaurant. Let's go live to our reporter, Nats Levy. Nats, take us through what exactly has happened here.
Well, Sally, this incident occurred just before 10 o'clock last night in the drive-through of a Guzman and Gomez in Robina on the Gold Coast. Now, what's alleged to have occurred is the male driver of a brown Nissan Patrol four-wheel drive has rammed the car in front of it, a silver VW, in what appears to be a case of road rage. Now, witnesses say the driver of the Nissan Patrol has then left his vehicle and threatened two teenagers with a screwdriver. They then say that the driver locked his Nissan Patrol before fleeing the scene on foot. Now, the two teenagers were injured, one with hand injuries, one with lower back injuries. They were treated on scene before being taken to the Robina Hospital. Police, Sally, are saying and urging the driver of the Nissan Patrol to bring himself forward and hand himself in.
Yeah, well, let's hope he does. All right, thanks for that, Nats. To other news now, and a driver has been arrested after dicing with death, travelling 100 kilometres per hour the wrong way down a busy Melbourne road. Police were in pursuit, trying to stop the man for kilometres until he was boxed in at the side of the Princess Freeway. A 39-year-old was arrested on multiple driving and drug offences. Well, the Royals have taken centre stage in London for the traditional Trooping the Colours ceremony to mark the King's birthday. Ben Downey's in London. Ben, it was certainly quite a show.
Good morning. Well, it was Charles II who ordered this parade mark his birthday. Centuries on, under King Charles III, the most prestigious military regiments continue to lead what is one of the most prominent events on the royal calendar. Trooping their colour, that's leading the procession with their flags this year, the 1st Battalion Grenadier Guards, the most senior infantry regiment in the British Army. 1,400 personnel are involved in the grand display, many atop the 300 horses making the journey down the Mall. Also involved members of the royal family, including the Princess of Wales and her children, earning cheers from the crowd.
It is so cool. I've loved it. Pretty much the King waved at me, Charlotte waved at me. It's so exciting.
A far different reception for anti-monarchy protesters marching in behind with the public for the first parade since the former Prince Andrew's arrest.